you guys can see me. I'm filming with my back camera today on my phone, so that way hopefully the quality is a little bit better and hopefully it just looks better. So today's video is my second video in my mental health series of mental health and how it affects me and my experiences. So my last video was my diagnoses and like my symptoms, what happens, how they all relate to me. Today's video, which is the second video, the second video is coping skills that I use and kind of what mental illness I use them for. So the video after this one will be, sorry, my brain doesn't want to work today. My third video will be the story time my postpartum depression and how I kind of got over it. And then the fourth video will be a story time of how I got clean, because I feel that's relevant to mental health. And then the fifth video will be a question and answers video. So if you guys could leave some comments, some questions in the comment section, then that would be awesome so that I have some questions to answer. Also follow me on Instagram at BA_babymama. You can also DM me questions there. I'm going to post on my story. You can ask questions. So that'll be that video. So let's jump right into today's video on coping skills I use. Excuse Aubriella running around like a crazy child. It's mom life, guys. Okay, so I kind of have everything written down, so I'm going to be looking down here. And yeah, so the first coping skill that I use that I was taught in therapy was meditation. So this coping skill in particular really helps for my anxiety. When I'm feeling particularly anxious about something, I can kind of meditate and it can help kind of push those worries and those fears away. It also works really well for my anger management. I do tend to have some anger issues. I can get very angry and I can blow up. If I can take a step back and I can meditate for even a minute or 5 minutes, then it can be pretty beneficial in helping me not have those anger-filled outbursts. So with meditation, there's guided meditation and unguided. So basically the difference is guided, there's a voice telling you kind of what to do. Sorry, Aubrey is banging on the floor. Guided kind of tells you, what to do, kind of what position to be in, kind of how to clear your mind to reach that state of being relaxed. Versus unguided is typically maybe there's no sound at all in the background, you're doing it completely yourself, or maybe you have some like soothing nature sounds or some soothing music or something like that. So there's also different types of meditations for different types of feelings. So for example, you might want to search for anger meditations if you're feeling pretty angry or something of that sort. You might want to do meditation for anxiety or meditation for stress relief or meditation for sleep. So there's many different kinds of meditation. So typically it's just a couple tips that I have for when I do meditate that could be useful. Is being in a dark room or preferably outside in nature. It doesn't have to be dark if I'm outside, but if I'm inside, I do like to have a pretty dark room. I also use headphones. I personally do guided meditations. I'm not at that unguided meditation kind of place yet, so I do guided meditations and I find it very helpful to put my headphones in and turn it up all the way, and that kind of helps me reach the state of relaxation that I want. Obviously make sure it's quiet. If you're in a place like outside, you can't necessarily make sure that there's no sounds, but make sure that the sounds out there are a little bit more soothing than maybe cars going by or something. Also get comfortable, find what position you like to meditate in. I personally like to meditate laying down or sitting in a really comfy chair. It could vary for you. Some guided meditations will tell you, be laying down or be sitting down or whatnot. She's trying to shut the bathroom door. Honey, no, it's one of those days. So anyway, just get comfortable. So moving on to the second coping skill, which would be, okay, which would be journaling. So for me, I journal to kind of get rid of any feelings that I'm feeling. So it could really work for any one of my diagnoses. So when I journal, I'm typically journaling before I go to bed so that way I can sleep better. I also like to journal whenever I'm obsessing over things. So there are times where I will start obsessing over something and it's making me super anxious or making me depressed or, you know, giving me flashbacks or something. So I like to write that in a journal and get that out there. So that way it helps. I don't know what it is about it. It just helps me personally deal with things a lot better. So obviously I journal when I'm angry, when I'm upset, when I'm sad, when I'm depressed, whatever feeling, get it out on the paper. Also, one of the things that I really like with journaling is it's nice to look back at my feelings and how a particular day went for me and how I coped with that, whether it's happy, sad, depressed, or whatever. So that's pretty cool. I save all my journals, but you could also, if you're into it, you could burn your journals, you can rip them up, you can throw them away, shred them, whatever works for you. The third coping skill I have is fidget toys. So I have anxiety. Obviously, I move around a lot. I talk with my hands. I'm a ball of anxiety. So having little fidget toys, which could be a stress ball, maybe some slime, some Play-Doh, some silly putty, just any little thing that you can fidget in your hands. Also, they have like these biting necklaces. I used to be a big biter. I bite my nails. So you can maybe invest in a biting necklace. You can get them off of Amazon. Those are pretty useful as well. So that's just one of the things that I found. I went to a high school for, or a high school that was brain-based therapy, so we had a lot of fidget toys and stuff like that. So I don't care how old you are, they are really good, especially for coping with anxiety or ADHD even, or just something that makes you need to be moving all the time, makes you, you know, need to fidget. So my fourth coping skill I have is actually going to therapy, finding someone you can talk to. Therapy is a huge coping skill for me because going to therapy once a week or once every 2 weeks or once a month, I have a person who's not going to judge me, who's, you know, just sitting there strictly for me to talk to. It's really nice to just kind of dump everything out on them and then get some positive feedback, maybe some more coping skills. Also, if you're in therapy, there's a good chance that you can get on medication that would help you. I know some people are against medication. Personally, for me, I don't like taking medication. I've had a very hard time finding things that work, so I've had to find other ways to cope with my mental illnesses. But if you do need a medication, take that medication and take care of yourself. My last coping skill that I have is just in general staying healthy. So eating a balanced diet doesn't necessarily have to be a super healthy diet, but eating balanced, not eating an excessive amount of junk food, or even an excessive amount of healthy foods. So obviously getting exercise, even if that's just going out for a walk every day, is still very good to get exercise, and that will contribute to you staying healthy. Getting enough sleep, which I know can be very hard, but for me, that's when my journaling and my meditation comes in. Also just kind of making a really relaxing environment in the room, an oil diffuser, diffusing lavender, you know, whatever works for you. So when you're doing these things to stay healthy, you're going to get an overall feeling of feeling better. And I feel like for me, it kind of clears my mind and I can deal with things in a healthy way instead of using an unhealthy coping skill. So those are kind of the coping skills that I have for you guys today. If you have any questions, leave it in the comments or follow me on Instagram, again, BA_babymama. You can send me a direct message or whatever you feel. I hope that this helped somebody out there and gave you some ideas for coping skills. They might not work for you. These are just what worked for me. If you guys want to see another video like this of more coping skills, because I have a boatload of coping skills that I use, not necessarily ones that I utilize every day, like these coping skills that I shared with you today, but I have a boatload of coping skills that I can give you guys if you're interested in that. So don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, hit the notification bell so you can get more notifications when I release a video. I'm going to try to stay more consistent and do like a Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday posting schedule, but we will see. And I also wanted to talk in regards to the last video that I put up. I did get engaged, so I hope you guys enjoyed that video. The video is a little rough. The angle's not necessarily the best, the audio is not the best, but it's still really cute. It was a really special moment for me, and I'm happy to share that with you guys. I want to share the good and the bad with you guys. So, not exactly sure when this video will go up yet, but after this video will be the third video in this series, and I hope you guys enjoyed. See you later, guys. Bye. So, I wanted to mention in this video, I apologize for the bed not being made. I know that's probably like triggering to some people. I'm so sorry, I completely forgot to make it, but I'm not gonna re-record. I like to keep things as raw as possible with you guys. I just think that's cool and the way it should be. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Bye.